And whose team is this? Is this your team, or is this your daddy's team?
Thanks for listening to the Dad Mode Podcast, common sense parenting in a politically correct world. Here's your host, Andy Carlson.
Welcome back to the Dad Mode Podcast, common sense parenting in a politically correct world. I'm your host, Andy Carlson, at Andy Carlson Show on the Twitter machine. My father, I have no idea what I'm doing, but you're either there, Chiefy, so try and learn something together today. The website is dadmodepod.com. Also like us on Facebook. Well, just look for Dad Mode Pod. And tweet at the show at Dad Mode Pod, or just use the hashtag Dad Mode. In the studio today, down in Thunderdome, Nick, you're back. Hi.
Hey, I'm back. Glad to be back. How's it going?
Here's who's back. Oh, yeah. No, for this show and for other projects coming up, we can, since we got this audio thing hooked up, we can just play random music.
Oh, like if we cue it up and stuff?
Yeah.
Like a sound. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. But, yeah, talk about your 2017. How's your New Year so far?
New Year's has been pretty relaxing. I saw a lot of family and friends over the holiday weekend. We hung out, did a little drinky drink. Obviously no driving. I'm safe like that. And, trying to slowly get back in the grind of, normal 40-hour-a-week work. Which was this weekend. It was long, and it is effing cold here.
Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Yes, not to make any. And so far it's been good. Hi-oh. Is it now? No, we talked about it on our last podcast. I really don't believe in resolutions. I've tried to spread the word of being up. I think I've had way more than negative ones. I always remember I was at a conference a while ago, a safety conference, and they talked about how badly a negative attitude or a negative put down can really put you down, and it takes so much positive attitude to cheer you up, and it's easy to be negative, but if I'm being more positive, you feel a lot better, and I think you'll live a longer life.
All right. So the video of the jabroni kid, again, the jabroni dresser, dropped on him. And I have issue. Well, first off, I have the issue because the kids look like they could have been in danger, could have got hurt. And now it also, the wife now wants me to lag bolt everything over 10 pounds to the wall, which includes our dogs, so TBD. But I did not know people are calling into question the authenticity of it, so possibly calling it hoax. I was unaware of that until just now. We're pulling up the video, but watching the video at hand and just watching it from like arm's length and just seeing the mom go on all of these shows dressed to the nines and stuff. And first off, why would you release this video if you just didn't want attention? Because it makes you look bad. It makes you look bad that you're letting your kids just play alone, and they're 2 or 3 years old, then have the dresser fall on them. What the hell is going on?
This is,
and no one hears this in the house.
As an easygoing guy, this is very. I don't know. I'm very skeptical about all of this. This is very. I don't know. This is too almost. I don't want to use the phrase "too good to be true" just because. It's the big thing of what's going on in the last few years. Obviously, with the internet, this is viral. This is a big news topic.
Everyone wants to get famous.
Yes, and that's a problem. And I don't know, but I mean, with this episode, I'm sure we'll discuss everything we can talk about. There's so many things. I mean, cameras watching the kids. We can talk about that. We can talk about the safety of dressers, whatever, for anything, and this big thing, this hoax that I'm just seeing now for the first time too. It's pulling all full circle. I don't know what to.
All right, so let's go the video, and then we'll have the video link on the show notes page, but also we'll hear the audio here because shut up. So this is them on Good Morning America. George Stephanopoulos is the dude. Yeah, there we go.
Shows two giving us to fallen dresser. That is
both
right there, and a lot of it was a wake-up call to so many for this video, but now are raising questions about it. So the show family is with us now. Got some mom and dad, Kaylee and Ricky, grandma Katie, and you've got Brock. That's Brock, that's Bodie, and that's crew.
Yep.
So
I hope it was Brock, though, stuck underneath the dresser.
These days.
Should have an episode just about their names.
A lot of questions about the video, and one of the questions they're saying is, wait, why was the dresser empty?
Yeah.
So basically, these, as you can tell, they're pretty active.
Yes.
So we can, as I'm changing volume, we do whatever we can to make sure we can keep it clean. So they would get into the drawers, pull all the clothes that we had in the drawers, and put them out.
Come on,
and just
internet.
throw them all over their room during nap time or whatever. So we just decided the easiest thing was to empty drawers and put all their clothes in there.
How convenient. It's like you've rehearsed this.
The second one is that I guess you run a security camera company, and some people are saying it's a little suspicious that the camera was trained.
It's a good way to go, Earl.
You bring the whole family for this interview?
I just an employee, like I sales for them, and there's thousands of sales reps for the company. Yeah, so we have cameras throughout our whole house, and that camera's just positioned in the best angle to see the entire room. So it wasn't positioned just to have just the dresser. It was
Cameras everywhere, all throughout. That's
and they're mounted on the wall.
All right, so here's my thing. You got the video on these kids. You think it's for a reason, right? Maybe you're surveilling them, or I don't know why. Is it like a baby monitor, video baby monitor? That's what it should be. And conceivably, they're either playing or napping. Either way, there should be an adult in the house. Was there an adult in the house? Was there one downstairs? Was someone? Was grandma? Was the mom? Whatever. Catching up on soap operas. What is going on? And don't tell me you didn't hear the GD dresser falling over. That's gonna make a loud noise.
Before you start play,
jet fuel doesn't melt steel.
Well, we're watching here. We see a family. We see the mom, dad, and a grandmother. There's an older kid. There's an older kid that's not accounted for the video, and I think later on we'll hear an interview. But who's this kid? Okay.
Yeah.
All in fixed, so they don't move. We don't move them around. They're just that's where it's.
Why don't you tell us? Oh, I'm sorry about that. Why don't you walk us through what you heard, what you saw, what was going on?
Grill 'em, Stephanopoulos.
Clearly, these guys are a handful.
They are a handful. They're a lot of work. Curious. They're rambunctious. What I saw in the morning was they usually wake up at the exact time every single day, and they woke up a little bit later, and I didn't hear anything, so I got to my phone, looked on the camera, and the dresser was falling down just flat, and I didn't see any kids anywhere.
So where were they?
I was frantic, so I ran downstairs, flung open the door, and they were just over in the corner playing nice and quiet, and
like nothing happened?
Like nothing happened.
So how did you figure out what happened?
We went back, Ricky did, and we looked at the video camera.
Let's go
Pulled up
viral.
the recording, and then I'm watching it for the first time, and obviously, like as a parent, my heart dropped because I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
So were you watching it alone or watching it together?
He watched it alone first, and then showed me.
And then I showed her right after I'd watched it, and I was like, oh my gosh. And we were in shock. Like we didn't know. We looked over and Bodie over, and we're like, there's no scratch on him. We just felt super.
So nothing,
lucky.
no marks at all?
It's very convenient how those dresser drawers stayed
really
open.
Blessed.
It's almost like they were propped.
I mean, did you have any idea that Bodie was so strong?
I mean, yeah, he's pretty good. He can lift a lot of things and do a lot of things that we'd never imagined.
How'd you know which was?
But I think there was something more.
We had a
to
little
that
bit of
than
extra
him
help.
just- yeah.
It's almost superhuman. Can you imagine your little kid pull off like that? You got to keep these guys in line.
I can pull up a chair.
You can? That's pretty good.
Gotta get the little kid to talk.
You got to get the strength runs in the family. Right?
Also, kids, the Hitler
everybody's
Youth haircut.
okay,
I don't like it.
Right now, we're so glad about that. We're glad to see him growing up. So strong and sacked. But I don't envy you in that house.
Stephanopoulos, what the hell, man?
I don't envy you guys.
I don't envy you guys because I live in New York and I make a shit ton of money. I'm George Stephanopoulos. Ooh, now I love a picture of Aubrey Plaza. But just on there, would it shock you at all if they have a reality show on TLC in like 6 months?
It would not shock me at all.
Oh, except what would the premise be?
It would.
Superhuman babies coming on the Learning Channel.
The problem with
the Learning Channel, Nick.
Ever since the fallout of like the mommy boo boo and
the money boo boo.
What's it, honey boo boo?
Oh no, it's gonna be money boo boo after she becomes a stripper.
Whatever. I mean, and the K+8 stuff. A lot of people I think are staying away from this type of publicity. Yep. So this is literally gonna be a 15 minutes of fame. next week, no one's really going to talk about this, I don't think.
Yeah, it just seems such a weird thing to bring forward, though. Like, under the guise of, we're just trying to bring attention to this issue. Oh, you mean the issue of furniture falling on kids? Oh, that happens all the time. Oh, the attention to if your kids are rambunctious, so you don't keep things in the dresser, and so when they pull out the drawers and climb on them both at the same time, like they're trying to tag team like a water buffalo, that these dressers are going to fall over. Awareness to that? Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, dude who could look like he's on The Bachelor, and chick with hair that she looks like what's the Storm? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
except she's not Jamaican. Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much for bringing our attention to this. Like, there's so many like bullshit things where it's like we're just trying to raise awareness for this. Yeah. All right, so don't let my kid get crushed on furniture. Check. Thank you.
Okay, so when I first saw this from a very not critical point of view,
yeah,
I agree with. The guy. When he said he was shocked, I watched it with a coworker of mine at work. Don't tell my work people I'm watching YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Who's my coworker who is a brand new dad. Watch it. We both our mouths dropped in awe seeing a dresser, fake or not. Like a movie or not. You think it's shocking. It's terrifying. You're like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? It was a very stressful 2-minute video, and I hope you guys seen the video. It's insane. You sympathetic.
What percentage of you thinks that it's fake? Because if it's fake, it's 100% a plan to leak this, go to New York, get on Good Morning America, like all the morning talk shows, and get your 15 minutes of perceived fame. Even though no one's even talking about it, it's like, oh, these are kind of bad parents. Like, you're supposed to be watching this monitor. You don't hear this giant dresser falling down, and these kids are just alone in the room. Like, what if Brock or Brody, whatever? Yeah, what if he wasn't suddenly just superhuman? Even though that dresser looked pretty light.
It looked light.
Yeah.
I'd say 25% of me after like starting this right now and when Joy pointed out that the dressers were empty. I'm pretty confident at all my other relatives who have kids. Those dressers are holding stuff. You gotta put stuff in there. That's almost a little too perfect.
We need to.
It sucks that this video doesn't have sound, and the quality is fine quality, but I don't because it. I think
it doesn't have sound because mom and daddy are out of camera. All right, now push, no, go to the side.
I don't know. The kids, by the way, do not look like they're 2. They look 3 or 4.
Yeah, they look old as shit.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, Bodie, so how did you celebrate saving your brother? Well, went outside, took a couple drags on my camel, then went downtown and whore.
Utah, they're fucking Utah.
These kids look old. By the way, if they're hoax, the kids should be taken away. Like, there should be consequences for fake viral BS like this crap.
There isn't any consequences. That's
all right, all right. So this is a New York Post, so take that with a grain of salt. It's basically a tabloid masquerading as a newspaper. The red flags for this video, they're saying it could be a hoax. Empty dresser, no clothes on the dressers, 8 drawers, Nanny cam direction. The camera is trained on the dresser instead of the boy's bed. That's a good point. No parental watch. Some thought it was suspicious that neither parents heard the dresser fall or the kids yelling. There we go. The father's connection. Rick Schaff works for Vivint Smart Home. Oh, yeah, they do our security. Nice. The company that sells the nanny cam captured the incident and blah. All right, so basically everything we heard on. Yeah.
The angle, that was kind of in the back of my head, but it was a pretty wide shot. I think you could see the bed all right, and it's a wide open shot to see everything.
Yep.
Or at least the majority of the room, which having the camera be.
Well, the crazy thing about this is that the top, like the drawers, don't shut completely. Like. And also, rewinding again, the kid that's pinned under the dresser, quote unquote, was able to move around pretty freely.
I don't think his life was in danger. I just think he was uncomfortable. But
and all right, so he's free from the dresser and the drawers stay open. 9/11 was an inside job.
Oh,
see, I'm surprised that the Brody one didn't get hurt more. Or Bodie. God, these kids' names suck. Anyways, yeah.
Injin, Caden. I think, if they are the age they say they are, I don't think you can train a 2-year-old to fake something like this. I mean, that's a very young age to get them into acting. I mean, like Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen are I think probably the youngest actors ever. And
see, this is why there's no sound, because mommy and daddy are off to the side, coaching them up.
They would be looking more at them. Ooh, daddy actually looks like he's looking.
It does look like he's looking over the corner.
Camera right. Left, actually.
Oh,
interesting.
Also, you're telling me the kid underneath the thing screamed bloody murder? Unless he's fully on the spectrum, maybe he wouldn't scream. But every 2-year-old in the planet.
Watch this. Watch that. Oh! Oh!
Oh, yeah, the one. All right, so the kid is pushing down on the dresser and he's climbing on it.
I mean,
it's what else? Shoot.
That's why I'm curious if there's sound, because you can't see close enough at their face. I kind of thought that the kid was terrified. Me and my coworker thought the kid was when you get the dresser off him, watch his face at residual crying. But a lot of kids, once you distract them enough, the pain that they may just goes away. It's just
But either way,
staring over him
I would say maybe 50% this is fake.
Who's the favorite twin?
But the other 50%, this isn't fake. This actually happened, but the parents still released it anyways for self-aggrandizement, for narcissistic reasons. That's just as bad. That's almost as bad / sinister as them faking this video.
Do you want to, like I do? I think a lot of people are going to go after the dresser people. I bet people who want IKEA's head or whoever made that stupid dresser. I mean, there's going to be people who are watching the video and seeing at different angles than we are.
Yeah, plus his name is spelled Bowdy. Bodie. Get out of here. Yeah, what kind of dresser is it?
I'll take a look at my phone.
Still way too convenient. This is the Noosa Brooder from back and to the left. Back and to the left.
2-year-olds. All the weapons I'm saying is 2-year-olds. They gotta look at least 3 or 4.
They look ginormous. They could be kindergarten, and I'd be like, yeah. I know. Get back to the big video. I want to see it fall over. I want to see these towers no. Yeah. But, yeah, so if say it is the latter, and they're releasing this on a rare, no, you just want your 15 minutes of fame, and maybe you can parlay it into something else.
Because they didn't pay to fly to get those interviews. They didn't fly to New York with their dime. I'm assuming CNN or CBS or ABC, whatever.
Yeah, because
that bill.
If this happened to me and the wife, our first instinct would be, let's put it on the internet or let's put it on Facebook and get famous. No, it would be, holy shit, if anyone sees this, they will realize how shitty parents we are.
I would only believe that, though, depending on if there was a date of when this happened versus because what if this was shot a year ago and they just now decided to release it?
Yeah, that could be possible too.
Because I said we saw older kids during this interview, but I don't know. I feel like this. I mean, the viral media is big now. This is when you want to jump in it.
What if they're midgets?
What if this viral video is staged midgets, and then they just have these older kids who show?
Oh no! What if this is on a stage that all the furniture is supersized and they're just adults? That would be the best.
Oh my God, I can't believe you're saying.
Did you find what brand of dresser it is?
This one webpage from NBC News. They're talking about onto an IKEA. They're saying it's IKEA. Yeah, they're using IKEA. So obviously, let's attack a big company like IKEA to get money out of.
Well, I know that IKEA settled with a family. I think a piece of furniture or someone killed the kid, but whatever. It's we have a lot of IKEA furniture around the house too. But it's all right, well, it's not really on. All right, so if you take the dresser, you fully pull out the drawers, have nothing in it, and then have a couple of kids crawling on it like it's like a German tank at the end of Saving Private Ryan. And you got people, you got the Americans just crawling all over it. Yeah, then in that case, maybe it'll fall over, and then maybe it'll kill your kid. But I don't think we're culpable in that.
That's what I was going to argue with next. I mean,
yeah.
would you still blame IKEA for this? I mean, for my kids misusing any object in the world can kill me, and I should just blame it.
Well, say you had a basketball hoop like hung up on your garage, right? Yep. And then your kid and like 6 of his jerk-off friends all decide to get a ladder and climb up and hang on the rim at the same time, and then the backboard breaks. And then say your kid hits his skull and he dies. Is that really on the basketball hoop manufacturer?
It should be on the kid, but they're going to try to sue because we're in America and everyone likes to sue people. What do you talk about with people who buy trampolines and get hurt when they're doing that crazy double axle flip because, they have no gymnastic experience and they fall off and break their leg.
God, trampolines are so stupid. Plus your homeowner's insurance goes up like skyrockets.
Did they actually find out if you own trampolines?
Well, you're supposed to, if you're smart, you're going to want to get it covered by your homeowner insurance because otherwise, if, say, we had a trampoline and we don't add it to the homeowner insurance and Muggsy's like fat friend with the lazy eye from down the street comes down and like starts jumping on it, then he breaks his arm, we got to pay that out of pocket because it wasn't covered under homeowner insurance.
Damn it, Miguel, every time you come to the house uninvited.
Actually, his name is Team. He's Russian. Team. Yeah. But I don't know. I hope they don't. Actually, I hope they do sue. I hope they do sue because this will go to court, and then every little piece of this will be scrutinized, and I hope they reveal that's a fake.
I mean,
because that would be so delicious.
This extends their 15 minutes of fame, and I don't know if I really want to see this thing getting any more popular than it is. They're going to
it'll only extend it if it turns out to be fake, and then in the court of public opinion, we will throw rocks at them. Yes,
we'll all go to
because
Utah.
This is actually something worth throwing rocks at. Like
at the kids or at the video?
No, at the parents. Because even say this was fake, you are still. You don't know exactly how that dresser is going to fall, although we have seen staged demolitions before. But so you're endangering these kids. Like that, the kid who eventually pushed up the dresser, like when we were watching the video, I was more concerned about him, the way that he was standing and whiplashed back, and his legs were like right underneath the dresser. The other kid was fine.
Yeah.
The other kid kind of tuck and rolled.
Can you zoom in on that picture again? Is that a rug? Do they have carpeting in there?
Yeah, it looks like carpet and a rug. But either way, if this is fake, if this was fake, you're legit putting your kids in danger. The state should come and take away your kids. Oh, it's in GIF form. Yeah.
Oh my God, they made a GIF of it.
Yeah. Oh. All right. Yeah. So Bodie, it all.
Hey guys, this isn't funny, but I'm laughing. It's just like I'm like thinking what's going through these kids' minds, and this is like this seems like such a good idea.
Well, they probably think it's a lot of fun.
Wait, what's that? What's that falling off of the top that's hanging on the wall? It looks like I totally missed that.
Noise machine or something.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Can you see if there's anything in that top drawer when it comes out?
Looks like they're all empty.
They're all empty. Yeah. So,
yeah.
Who buys a TV stand and doesn't put a TV on it? Why buy a dresser if you're not putting clothes in it?
All right. If this actually did happen, like legit, I would never let this see the light of day.
But it looks, as I said, initial reaction without knowing any facts, without overanalyzing it like we were doing in this episode. I was shocked and mortified. I'm like, oh my God, I hope this kid's okay.
Yeah, so the 50%, if it's fake, the parents are like complete narcissistic sociopaths. If it's not fake, they're dumbass parents who want 15 minutes of fame. So also could be narcissistic sociopaths.
I am curious if this must have just happened for it to, because I don't think they said in this particular interview, like when it happened. I didn't read.
I can't stop watching that GIF.
Mesmerizing.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's that. Either way, I think I'm a bolt Muggsy's dresser. Even though Muggsy's dresser is like legit old school, like Amish. It's literally like 400 pounds. Like, do you remember carrying that in?
I'm trying not remembering your move.
Because that thing is heavy, and I think I'm gonna bolt that to the wall just in case. But yeah, that's so rough.
So as a parent, I mean, if
that fell on Muggsy, that would kill her.
So in the end, though, after criticizing like we are, this was good to see because in the back of my head, I mean, with the entertainment system that we did, a month or two ago, I understood that should be probably bolted to the. Well, I wouldn't have thought dressers should be bolted, so this was like kind of an eye opener for me.
Yeah, but also you could teach your kids not to climb on things, and I get that they're rambunctious 2-year-olds, but then be in the room with them when they're climbing on things. Yeah. Novel.
Go outside.
Novel idea. All right, Nick, what's coming up from you?
This weekend is the Golden Globes, so I was hoping to talk about it on the Nickerson podcast.
Nickerson podcast, get it on iTunes. If you want to support the show, shop on Amazon, dadmodepod.com/Amazon. Take it right to the homepage, bookmark it, and every time you buy something, just think of Andy. Yeah. Whether you're shopping or buying, just use that little bookmark, and we'll get a couple of nickels in our pocket. Also, tell a friend. Spread the word about the show. Every single week, you got me. Sometimes you got Nick talking about parenting and lots of other things. Oh, and also Nick and I have a fun project coming up in February, so keep an eye out for that. It's mostly me. How'd you win?
I got a full house.
There you go.
Sorry.
Oh yeah. Also, peeling behind the curtain, Nick just deals out hands of Texas Hold'em while we're recording.
This is how we met. We actually met through Texas Hold'em.
That's true. The show's available on iTunes, Stitcher, and iHeartRadio. Follow us on Twitter. Show at Dad Mode Pod. Me and Andy Carlson. Show Nick at Nickerson. Also like us on Facebook, like our Facebook page, and the website is dadmodepod.com. But until next time, be a man, be a father. Go Dad Mode.
Think the episode you just heard is worth $1? Well, send it our way. Visit dadmodepod.com/support to find out how. Be a man, be a father. Go Dad Mode. The music is created and produced by Deeb. To hear more of his tracks, visit soundcloud.com/Deeb.
Hey everyone, it's me, Nickerson, aka Uncle Nick, co-host of the Dad Mode podcast. Before we begin the show, I thought I'd let you guys know about a side project I'm working on called the Nickerson podcast. That's right, I am hosting my own podcast where I talk about the latest news in the entertainment world. From movies, television, music, anything pop culture, I talk about it on my show. So please check me out, the Nickerson podcast. We air new episodes every Wednesday. Now, on with the show.